We just had some pretty bullish news for cryptocurrency as a whole. We've seen the market now start to accelerate its push up in price, all on the back of a pretty huge announcement from BlackRock. We're going to break down everything that's been announced in this video, so be sure to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date. And with that being said, let's get into it. So we are just on the 5-minute chart. Now, we were talking in my live stream earlier. We live stream every single night, 9 p.m. GMT, 4 p.m. Eastern. And we were talking here, and then we got the news that we're going to dive into in just a second from BlackRock. Went from 25.2 all the way up, topping out 25,756. So a nice push up. Now, there wasn't a lot of liquidity north of that. We thought we might get a 26,000 push forward. We'll have to see how it plays out over the course of the next coming couple of hours, in particular when we get those kind of Chinese markets and Asian markets up. And we definitely could see Bitcoin push. But 1.88% is a solid move right now for Bitcoin. Hasn't particularly affected the rest of the market. You can see 1.3 trillion, 1.49% up on the last 24 hours. So we are getting it, and you can see it's coming in the last hour, in particular around Bitcoin, 47.8 BTC dominance. So people are buying Bitcoin right now. So what did we get? Well, Watch Your Guru tweet out this. Just a $9 trillion asset manager, BlackRock, officially files for the spot Bitcoin ETF. Now, again, for those of you who don't know what an ETF is, it's almost a fund in which Bitcoin is an asset that people can trade that has more, I guess, security attached to it, a little bit more governance over it. And ultimately what we do see is institutions and financial regulators involved in these ETFs. So what do we get? What's the kind of full file, and what have we got that's worthwhile taking a look at? So here we go. This is the document itself. It says the $9 trillion asset manager BlackRock has applied for a Bitcoin ETF, an exchange traded fund. And we can officially see this here. So the United States Securities and Exchange Commission Form S1 registration statement from iShares Bitcoin Trust, sponsored by iShares. So this is officially the documentation for that that request for a Bitcoin ETF through BlackRock. So I'm not going to go through all of it, but ultimately that is kind of how they do it, what it goes through, all of what is expectations, and ultimately the risk factors. So it continues, says the New York City investment firm, which will utilize Coinbase custody for the potential ETF. Additionally, the cryptocurrency exchange spot market data will be used for pricing. Coinbase is yet to release a statement on the new application. So even that, even the fact that we've got Coinbase currently being sued by the SEC in one hand, and BlackRock is going to use Coinbase custody for part of its ETF, tells me exactly where the cryptocurrency market is right now. If you believe in manipulation, we might be seeing a significant amount over the last couple of days, in which then allows someone like BlackRock to walk in at an incredibly low price and land something like this. It says, despite the ongoing crypto regulatory battles between the SEC and Binance and Coinbase, BlackRock is continuing its work in crypto with this Bitcoin ETF. Coinbase and BlackRock began working together last year through offering digital assets to institutional investors. Now, we will never get a huge bull run if we do not have institutional investors. And someone like BlackRock shifts the market. It absolutely sends a message out there for all of those other big financial capital firms that they are doing, and they are making a move. And someone like BlackRock, people listen to. So it's important to note the SEC has rejected every single application for a spot Bitcoin ETF to this day. As mentioned earlier today, it has approved Bitcoin futures ETFs for trading purposes. Thus, BlackRock's approval may depend on that distinction, or ultimately depend on money. To be named the iShares Bitcoin Trust, the fund's assets are to consist primarily of Bitcoin held by a custodian on behalf of the trust. And the application reads, if the registration becomes effective, the commencement of the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF will be immediate, affecting according to the application filing. BlackRock and Coinbase have yet to release a public statement on the new application, but it will very much likely be soon. So a huge boost for the cryptocurrency market, a massive step for BlackRock in showcasing their hand into a Bitcoin ETF. And like I said, it's all going to come down to whether the SEC, whether Gary Gensler himself decides that actually this is a good thing, or whether they will not do it. So we'll see how the market plays out. Look, at the minute, we are obviously on the 5 minutes, so it's going to be feeling slightly different. If we come slightly out, let's go on to the 30. You can see this push up in Bitcoin. And actually, we saw this massive dump back in Wednesday, the 14th, on the back of FOMC meeting, that late night, which everyone just capitulated, and it just dumped consolidation sideways, and then this push up on the back of this BlackRock news. Now, this will filter out. People will hear about this more and more. So definitely think it's a worthwhile statement to be aware of. And certainly someone like BlackRock, remember, they could buy every single Bitcoin on every single exchange and still only use about 0.2 of their entire under management assets. So it is a big name in the space with very, very deep pockets that could well be buying a significant amount of Bitcoin. Now, we do know that the CEO of BlackRock, Mr. Larry Fink, is a pro-cryptocurrency CEO. He is excited about the future of cryptocurrencies and digital assets. This statement coming back in March 2023, he said it's no secret that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and most other major cryptocurrencies are trading well below their all-time highs. It's why the phrase crypto winter has become a top discussion. But he says two of the world's largest and most respected financial institutions, BlackRock and Fidelity, recently dove headfirst into the cryptocurrency world, and with a combined $14 trillion in asset under management, it's something to pay close attention. BlackRock's Larry Fink excited about the future. His annual letter to shareholders, BlackRock CEO Larry Fink shared his excitement about the future of cryptocurrency and digital assets as a whole. So not only does he say that March 29th, we see that about 3 months later, we have a big push for an ETF. Now, there's a number of ETFs out there, some of them with huge amounts of money sitting with them. So again, is a positive step in the right direction for both Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency space. And like I said, someone like BlackRock behind it, or certainly institutional investment behind it, could definitely start to see a significant push up in the market. We'll keep you up to date with everything that's going on with this as this kind of develops. But look, I think it's a very bullish statement. The markets certainly are responding in kind, and we could definitely start to see a big move over the course of the next coming days. As ever, if you want to stay up to date with everything that's going on in cryptocurrency, subscribe to this channel, turn that notification bell on so you know when we go live and upload our latest content, and check out some of the links in the description for some fantastic exchanges to get yourself some absolute bargains. As ever, I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.